Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we are going to be setting up some things in Adempiere, some things in our Google email, and some things in Eclipse so that we can send an email based off of some code that we have created in Eclipse when we open Adempiere through Eclipse. So let's get started. The first thing with this email, you're going to need to have like a primary email that you're going to be linking into Adempiere for the garden admin. So we really recommend that you use a Gmail account, and that's what we've done. So in order to allow yourself to log in into Adempiere using your email, your Gmail, you've got to change some things in the settings to allow it to do that. So go to your Gmail account and then click over here in settings, and you're going to want to go to forwarding and POP/IMAP, and you're going to want to make sure that your POP is enabled and that your IMAP is enabled. So once you've done that, you just save your changes, and that's all you need to do in your actual Gmail. So now we're going to go in and open up Adempiere. And you're going to log in as garden admin. That's good. So the first thing we're going to do in Adempiere is we're going to link our Gmail into our garden admin. So we're going to go to System Admin, Client Rules, and Client. So Garden World is the client, and as you can see, we've already made the changes for our email. But if you're using a Gmail, you're going to go with the SMTP as the host, as the mail host.gmail.com. So just if you're going with a Gmail, this will be your mail host, and then your request email is the email that you just changed your settings in. And so ours was engineeringchicks@gmail.com. And then the request user is just the beginning part of your email, so just knock off the @gmail.com part, and that's your request user. And then the request user password is whatever you made your email password to be. So once you've got all this set up, and you need to save it, and then you're going to go ahead and say test mail and click the check mark. And it says test email, and it says okay. So we're going to check that, and then we're going to go back and see if we can't see that in our, and here you go, you can see our Adempiere test email, and it was successful, so that's really great. So that means that we got our email linked up to the garden admin successfully. So the next thing, we're going to go back into Adempiere. You can exit out of the client, and we're going to make some users. So you're going to want to go to System Admin, General Rules, Security, and go to User. Check. So we've already put some in here, and we'll start with our garden admin. So you just need to make sure that for your garden admin user, that the email address is the primary email address you just set up and you sent the test email to, that your user pin is 1234, and that your email user ID is Engineering Chicks, which matches our email address, just the beginning part of your email address. And then the email user password is your password to your email. It's the same thing up here, so password to your email. Now, it is really important to remember that now that we've made these changes to our email, that into Garden admin, that when you log into Adempiere through Garden admin, the password that you are going to use is going to be your email password. So please, that's very important. Make note of that your email password is now your password for logging into Adempiere for Garden admin. So as you can see, Garden admin's set up correctly, so you'll save that, and then you're going to want to create some new users. And we created 3 new users, one of them being Ashley. I'll open that up. And so we have Ashley's name right here, and really the only thing that you need is the email address, and you can see her email address right here. And then we gave her an email user ID of 01 because she was our first one, and then we made her supervisor Garden admin. So we saved that, and then we also did the same thing for Emily. So you can see right here, and she's 03, and then we did one for our Professor Rich, and he's email ID 02. And of course he has his email address right here. So once you get like the users in there that you want, you can look at them all right here. Of course the Adempiere already has some in here, but we created Ashley, Emily, and Professor Rich, and we altered Garden admin. So once you've done that, you've successfully set up your client and your users in Garden admin in Adempiere. And that's all that you have to do through Adempiere and setting up the email to send it through Eclipse. So we'll end this video and we'll start our next video actually starting the email process in Eclipse. So thanks for watching, and go check out that video.